slumber too. Their presence fills the air with tune. Yet in the chaos, light may spark, even in the depths of the deepest dark. Creatures lurking in the dark unseen, silent whispers pierce me in between. Some will haunt and some will guide, on land, in air, and oceans wide.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of The Zard and the Unknown. I'm your host, D.D. Testerman. I'll tell you, so before we get into the day's, chat picks the topic, I got a couple things I need to announce. First off, I had a really great week. Got to spend some times with some good brothers, loved it. It was wonderful. We did a little session, and with a brother that I found out's into paranormal investigation too, and he'll be joining us. I'll work out with him. He may be on with us next Sunday. But so we started doing some EVPs. Well, an EVP, hey Justin, an EVP led into a gut feeling I had earlier that day that I needed to put some cameras up in my room. Well, not only did the EVPs result in some interesting finds, I guess you can say, the video picked up a few things as well. Crap ton of EMF hits. I mean, a crap ton of EMF hits while I was asleep in the room, along with a couple other things as well. I've been through the EVP deal, got it done, got it edited because I had to quiet some parts out. I've been through the video. Now I've got a little bit of 4 hours to go through the audio. Then I'll be releasing that, hopefully, time permitting, later this week. It just really depends on how much I've got to fight with this. The audio right now is being a little bit of a pain in the butt, basically because of the AC system in the room. So depending on if I continue going through that or not will depend on if I get it released sooner than later. But yeah, I mean it was an interesting night. Caught some really weird crap on EVP wise as far as the video camera goes. No, or so we don't. No, I got visited by some ghosts. I won't go into too much detail because I'm going to be releasing the video on it soon. But this brother of mine we're going to have on. He's one of the few people I know that's investigated the Sally House, in which that after our conversation that day, I'm not really going to ask him to dive into it unless he feels comfortable doing it. But what we communicated and what we ended up doing really depends. Or it was good. It was good. It was really good, actually. Done something really good, which is why I love doing what I do. So yeah, audio is, and so I made the mistake, and where I placed the digital 360, I didn't think about it because I mean I was half awake, half asleep when I set all this up, and I didn't put it in the ideal place. So the AC system really jacked with the audio. So I'm kicking around. I've got it set up. I am going through it, but I got over 4 hours of audio to go through still. but everything else is done. I just got to stitch it all together. So yeah, we got that going on. So with that being said, it's glad to see you guys in the chat. I've missed you guys. I really have. I tried to stop in one or two nights to say hi to everybody real quick and the other podcast. But I had a really good week. So it was nice to have it off and spend it with who I got to spend it with. With that being said, today is the chat's topic. So chat, what do you want to talk about today? This can be scary, by the way. But I've been busy mowing since I got home. I got home 2:00 Saturday morning, and I've been doing nothing but mowing and going through evidence. So I didn't have a time. Hey, David. Hey, Tanya. I didn't have time to go through and get a bunch of stuff. Ghibli, man, I tell me, come and handle just stuff like that, man. I tell you to just open. I don't know what to do. And man, we're just like, man, I don't know. I don't know. Talking about that type of Ghibli. But hey, Manisha. So what? No. How'd you guys enjoy the gargoyle and the oh my gosh, my brain farted. I forgot what I'd put the videos at. I've been running nonstop since last Saturday. Anyways, how'd you like the videos I put out the last 2 Saturdays and the short stories I wrote? And that was my voice on the short stories, by the way. I just did it in that with my dentures out. I speak Ghibli real good. Heck yeah. It was good. I'm glad you guys liked it. I wanted to do something so I didn't leave you guys without anything. I know they weren't very long videos, but I wanted to do something for you guys. So I literally spent 2 days going through that, creating artwork, creating the music, creating the stories, then going through the evidence. So it was fun, man. It was fun. And with the I forgot what it's called off the top of my head. With the gargoyles, there was stuff about the gargoyles I didn't know. I mean, same on the other one too. Don't get me wrong, but the gargoyles, wow. And my computer done something weird. The gargoyles I'm kind of stuck on. I've got mixed feeling on gargoyles. I really do. I think I think that maybe the real gargoyles that people are seeing may be a misidentification on something else. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. But the fact that, as far back as the gargoyles go, I really think that there's a lot of misidentification. I think they're running into something else. Who knows, though? I mean, I always thought they started out in France, but I mean, they go way further back than that, Oh, I lost my little. There you are. Why were you being such a pain in the hat and pain in the butt? I had to look at something real quick. On DA's show, and Lene said, I almost had tea go through my nose when I wrote that. Oh, man. I got to reading that, and I forgot what I was about to say. Why didn't my deal drop? I don't know why it dropped. Why do you keep dropping? I don't want you to drop. I want you to do my thing, daggone you. My computer's acting funny. Of course, I've been on it stitching videos all day. So, and when it cooled off, I went out and done some more mowing up until I had to come on live. But the griffins, too. I mean, the thing about the griffins, I didn't realize the griffins were as widespread as they were. I knew about different types, but that's got me thinking, even with the griffins, it's like, okay, these things are way older than we realized, and they're all over they've been seen all over the world at all different time frames. So, I mean, doing those 2 shows, I found it funny because I learned some new things on it that I didn't know, and I thought I knew enough about gargoyles and griffins, but I didn't. I just I didn't know. So it was fun. It was fun. There's a big brick house here in Davenport that has brick pillars on the property corners and gargoyles on each one. Oh, that would be cool. It's been a long time since I had a seen one. Oh, did it? Man, it rained on us off and on all week. I don't know about up here, but down where I was at Indian Point, it rained on us off and on pretty much all week. If it wasn't raining, we was steaming. Yeah, I mean gargoyles. So gargoyles could be one of them funny things. Could it have been something that was just made for the purpose of diverting rain, and then because of everybody's beliefs, they end up being brought to life and becoming what they are. I mean, there's reports of them harming people. There's reports of them helping people. That's not out of the realm of possibility. How many times has somebody literally spoke existence into something that didn't have, life into something that didn't have life before? So could that have happened with these gargoyles? I don't know. Could they be misidentifying something else? I mean, look how much a oh, daggone it, a gremlin resembles a gargoyle. Yeah, it's beautiful down there, Roxanne. It really is. Yeah, it really is. Most coat of arms have a chimera like creature from all parts of the world. Exactly. And a griffin is a chimera. I just didn't realize how widespread across the world these griffins were. Mine is too, but I cut mine really short because mine was a jungle. So it's getting a lot of nutrients right now. And I've still got a lot of cutting to do. I'm not even halfway done with cutting. I've spent 2 days mowing. I'm not even halfway done. I missed everyone. Still busy, taking longer on my projects than I'd hoped, but taking a break, listening. Oh, thank you for coming in, Tanya. We missed you too, sweetheart. Uh, but I mean, it really is. Like I was talking about the gargoyles. Look how much these gremlins look like gargoyles. So are they actually seeing gremlins and mistaking them as gargoyles? Is that why people believe that these things come to life at night? That's a possibility. You can't deny it. I don't know enough about it, but I would say that's right up there with that realm, definitely. And as far as the griffin, like you was talking earlier, the chimeras being on everything, a griffin is a symbol of power on a lot of coat of arms. So I can see that type of chimera being on there. There's many different types of gargoyles, just like there's many different types of chimeras, there's different types of griffins as well. So I mean, doing research for them two shows was fun. It was a lot of fun, and there's still people to this day that claim they see griffins every great once in a while. Not sure if they are or not. I haven't seen any hard evidence, but people claim to see them. People claim to see gargoyles. We've seen videos of that stuff down in Texas, and part of me is a little worried about it because it looks too much like AI. But I don't know. I wasn't there. It's good videos, but I always get that bad feeling of AI, especially how the gargoyle in the video reacts. It acts very much like an AI system. And in fact, it was a daylight too. Really puts it in the prospects of being AI because gargoyles only come to life at night. So I don't know. Now, could what we be calling gargoyles now be something totally different that the church had captured and how do we put it repurposed like they do a lot of things? Definitely possible as well. I don't know. I was kind of curious what you guys thought on them two subjects. Yeah, I agree with yours on that, or so. I really do. Um, we're seeing more and more. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love them AI videos of Bigfoot and Yeti and all that. They're fun as hell, but that just shows you everything we've been talking about. So yeah, I don't think I did. I mention that one. I may have. I don't remember. Man, I was listening to Da and Jessica's shows last night, but I was also downloading stuff from my phone and off of my. I was mowing first, then I was downloading stuff. So I mean, I was busy. Then I was up till about 1 or 2 o'clock this morning going through EVP evidence and about half of the video evidence. Oh no, I got the video evidence set up. I went through the video evidence today. I'll leave it this. I had a total of about 100 EMF hits while I slept, and I only one of them lasted for about 10 minutes. When I first started out, I had the EMF detector on the bed next to my bed I was sleeping in, and it started out just one green light. Started doing some stuff, turned around, that thing pegged up and stayed pegged for over 10 minutes. And before I went to bed, it started to come back down and it kept going back up. So something was sitting on the bed watching me as I was doing some work. But yeah, I was busy. So I think I copied or I only saved about 27 EMF hits out of like 100. The shortest one being 5 seconds. The longest EMF consistent strain of EMF hits was over 10 minutes. Elon Musk came out with Grok 4 and surpasses other AI programs. I thought I heard something about that. Yeah, I think so, Roxanne. I think I did hear something about that. Oh, also, I now have access to an Airbnb in Washington at Mount Rainier. It's yeah, you don't want to do that one, Vicky. I usually fry it up till it's nice and the color I want, then I pop it in the oven to finish it off. You don't. A lot of times, frying chicken won't cook it all the way. You got to pop it in that oven. Um, yeah. So I was talking to Jesus Payon Jr. about it. I left a voicemail with Da about it. I haven't told Jessica yet, but I'm thinking about saving some money up. Go up to this Airbnb. Hey, Dawn, and do a little nighttime investigating that Mount Rainier. And when I was talking to my brother about it, who owns the Airbnb, he just kind of grinned because I told him what I was doing. Oh, is it? I'll have to. Whoops, crap, that's the wrong one. I'll have to try to remember to take a look at that. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out what AI system them guys are using to create them videos. Oh, I am so sorry for you, girl. Oh, do I need to give her a call and educate her on how to cook? I made a stew because I don't have any food. Well, very little food because I've been gone all week and I can't get anything until Friday. So I gathered a bunch of stuff up from the pantry and just made a stew today. I ate part of it as music was playing, and I'll get some more after I'm done. But yeah, I mean that's one way of doing it right there. Yeah, I've always sat there and fried it till I got the right texture, and then I pop it in the oven. I'll throw what seasoning I want on it and pop it in the oven and finish baking it. But So hopefully, hey Allie, how's it going? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll give you that. I missed my air fryer. Yeah, I'll give you that. I need to get another air fryer. Actually, no, I gotta figure out what my daughter did with it. So actually, I think it just needs to be cleaned. I think she put it up dirty. That's what happened. Now I got to soak it and clean it. So yeah, I'll hopefully be making a. Yeah, I mean, I do because I still got my youngest daughter living at home. I just literally have been gone since last Saturday. So I just got home 2 o'clock yesterday morning. Oh, hey, no, we're doing pretty good. This is my first show back from being on vacation. Um, I spent a week down in Indian Point with a bunch of brothers and their families, and we had a great time. You better be staying in that bed, Vicky. Don't make me sick, Roxanne, on you. You better be staying in that bed. Yeah, it's just a old hobo stew, man. It's just a bunch of stuff I threw together and made. Yeah, I don't either. I mean, I use AI for certain things, but I'm very leery, very leery about AI. AI is only as good or as bad as somebody makes it and uses it. So I use it to help create my pictures, my artwork and stuff, and animating it. Yeah, I will. Hell yeah. There you go. See, Roxanne, you can't get out of it now. You tried to email Jimmy before, but couldn't locate the correct email address. I'm not on Facebook. Give me a second, Allie. We had that up here in a chat a little bit ago. Let me scroll up and find it. I know we've had a lot of talking since then. I'll tell you what, that's so far up there. Um, Interesting. Okay, Allie, give me a second. It's right in there now. Nah, I think Roxanne and me got it both at the same time. But that is it right there, Allie. I've also got to make me a trip to Tennessee to a brother's property that's had a lot of very strange activity going on. So hopefully here in the near future, when I get my vehicle running good enough, I'm going to be making a trip to Tennessee, do a little investigating. You did, you did. You still also have to go take care of Vicky though. Ha 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 ha! Ha. You can't get out of it. She doesn't say, "Come on down." The price is right, but I did update to Roxanne as the countdown music was going. Oh yeah, Ali, I agree. That's why I waited so late to do some mowing. Um, I did update DA's new podcast. I was doing that as the countdown was going, or no, we was talking just before the countdown. See, you can't be doing that, Biggie. You can't be stubborn like me. You gotta be smarter than me. So Yeah, I just thought about it. Okay, good. It did. Yes, it did show up right. Perfect. I was hoping it saved right. I seen that yesterday when I was kind of listening into his podcast. You learned a little that he had changed it, so I was like, "Oh, I need to update that." And I forgot all about it until we was getting ready to do the countdown music. I went, "Oh, I got to jump in there real quick." That was when my computer glitched. It wasn't typing everything I needed to type. Have you noticed if this affects paranormal events? Actually, no. Paranormal, definitely no. I get just as much paranormal activity in the heat as I do the cold, the cool. I mean, whatever temperature. Never had an issue. That's far as how I go. For me, I've just never had the issue. I don't know about other investigators, but I can only speak for myself. And for me, I've gotten the same amount of activity no matter what. I've been all over this world and been every type of climate there is. Missouri, we get all the climates sometimes all in one day, and still have the same amount of activity as I would on any other given day. So I don't know. I've never. That's a good question though. I've never really considered that. That's actually a very good question, Ali. Um, but no, I have it. Dinner rolls glazed with cinnamon. I can't do that on dinner rolls. Oh, I can't do that. Now you give me some biscuits where I can make me up some hillbilly cinnamon rolls. Yeah, I can do that. So, anybody got any questions they want me to try to defer the old thought cage on? That I can see, especially on hot days, Allie. I can see that. I noticed an uptake. That's only because my ground's actually soft then, so it's easier to see the traffic after it rains. Now in the heat, so that's actually another interesting thing there, Ali. So a lot of people will tell you Sasquatch are not active in the summer; they go to cooler climates. And I stop and I go, okay, hold on. Let's take biology into effect right now. These things live with thick fur 24/7, just like a deer, just like a squirrel, just like a coon, and all them other mammals that's out there. It's got covered hair covered. They're just as active in the summer, probably not so much during the heat of the day as all the rest of them. And I've never had a decrease of activity in the summer since they started coming here 24/7. So I believe in the heat of the day, they're going to be like any other mammal out there, and they will seek cooler climates, most likely caves. I'd say probably would be caves, but I don't think they go to a different area where it's cooler. I don't think they do. And then evidence here on my place alone has proven that not to be true as well. Now I do know that they'll hunt an area out and rotate, which the activity here seems to be starting to slow down, which could be what's happening. Um, a lot of my wildlife here has kind of dwindled down a little bit. Not all of it, but it has dwindled down less than it normally is. And I noticed the Bigfoot activity around here is kind of decreased as well. So if they hunt out an area, that's when I could see them rotating to a different area. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, just same for me. I mean, that's my experience too. I mean, I could be completely 100% wrong. Just my experiences. I mean, if I'm dealing with Yowies, which is an Australian Bigfoot in Australia during the month of July in 2021 or 2001. Sorry, that's hot. Oh, no kidding. Well, you be careful. Keep an eye on that, Monisha. Um, They do travel around. Yeah. I just had an image of a Bigfoot core dumping on a boulder in the shade. Yeah, I can see that. It's so daggone hot. Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I've laid on boulders on hot days because they stay cool for a while. They do, Don. They absolutely do travel around. I'm a 100% believer in that. Up until my mom passed away and I bought the property off my stepdad, we only seen them from mid to late fall to early to mid spring. Now that's just been me and the girls out here. I get them all year round. Now, my dad was very infamous. He heard a sound in the woods, he'd take a pop shot at it, scare it off. I've never done that. I've never been that way. I mean, I've done it once, and that's just because we had an angry bear. Probably had a toothache or something. Because bears around here are the only time they're aggressive is if you corner them or their cubs. Outside of that, a bear here is going to run away. This thing was not. Well, I thought it was a bear, but now that I think about it, the size of trees that thing was knocking around, it was making one hell of a little grunting racket. That could have been a Bigfoot, and I may have been mistaken, accidentally shot one. Hey, Joanne, no problems. Yeah, corralling cats are hard. That is true. That's one thing we have to worry about. And there for a couple weeks, we've had around my youngest, because my youngest is still here. They been a little bit more aggressive. What do I know about white or blonde Bigfoot? So I'm a believer. Um, so this is funny. People think of the abominable snowman and automatically think they're white because that's what we're told. It's not actually true. Most of your encounters of the abominable snowman, they're dark colored, just like the ones here in the United States. I believe a white one or a blonde one is much like a albino deer or any other type of albino animal. They just had something in their body that wasn't producing any color, which causes their fur to be white. I also believe they get gray hair just like we do. There's plenty of reports of these things having gray hair, and there's plenty of reports of gray-haired Bigfoot out there. I believe their hair grows gray with age as well. So, hey, Apex, how's it going? Um, so I believe that's probably what we're seeing is not necessarily, because there's a lot of times people call an albino deer albino, and it's not a true albino because it doesn't have the pink eyes. But I mean, look at your spirit bear. Your spirit bear is white, so it doesn't have the chemical in their pigmentation, which turns their hair colors. I believe that's what we're running into on these Bigfoots as well. That's just my theory. That's going off of science, biology, going off of biology. I wonder how big of an area they hunt to estimate how far they go after hunting an area. Yeah, that's a good question. I actually have no idea. I actually really don't have an idea on that. I would say because I mean you got to think a cougar has a was it a 20-mile radius, I believe, on a cougar, if I remember right. I would say a Bigfoot's probably got one that's bigger than that. A deer normally roams within a 5 to 7 mile radius. So if they're following deer, I'd say they're going to be in there as well. But I can see them hitting 20, 50-mile radiuses as a hunting ground as being a very good possibility. Basing that off of the attitude of other predators in the woods. That is a very good question, and I actually have no idea. I can just only guesstimate. So, man, that is a good question. Now, I don't know if anybody's ever came up with anything like that. I don't recall anybody. Tarp has put out a video. Oh, T-Rat. T-Crap. Has put out a video now on the Pure Steady review papers of his dad. Oh, wow. Oh, Scott Carpenter. I didn't see that. Kevin. Roxanne, is your cougar hunting grounds a 20-mile circumference? People in chat want to know. Oops. What do you think of the bipedal mountain lions incident by Branson? I haven't heard of that, but if it's anything like Mesoamericans, we're noticing there's a lot of werecats coming up from Mesoamerica, which, you know, the shaman people of Mesoamerica talk about donning skins of cougars and panthers and jaguars and stuff like that and turning into them. That's where you get the werecats from. That's a good, I mean, that's a possibility. I don't know about that. I didn't hear about the bipedal mountain lions, but for me, if I'm thinking along them lines, yeah, I would say that's probably a good, hey, Walking. I must have missed that show. I'd say it's a good possibility. Saw and just when looking for you earlier. Cool. your hunting grounds are all over. Yeah, I must have missed that show. Did he do that when I was off for the week and wasn't really on anybody's shows? I don't remember that one, unless I just forgot. That could be it too. Oh, thank you, bro. Yeah, that's good. It's good to be back. I mean, I've missed it. It was good to have that week off. Don't get me wrong. But it's good to be. I miss you guys. I miss coming on here and doing this with you guys. You don't know how bad I was jonesing. I was like, man, maybe I should have took my laptop and done it from the hotel room. But I was like, nah, I needed the break. Werecats are definitely suspect. Absolutely, yeah. Oh, just today? Oh, cool. Yeah, I've been off for a week, so I haven't been on anybody's podcast, and I haven't done any. And I felt bad. William wanted me to come on Friday. I'm like, dude, I'm still down here at the rally. They attacked a couple of teens and then a firefight with. Oh, yeah, I do remember that one now, and I believe I even put in the comments. I wonder if that is the werebeast from Mesoamerica, because there's been several recent reports coming up of these werecats coming up from Mesoamerica in the last year and a half, 2 years, I think, maybe even longer. I may be shortchanging it. But yeah, there's been an influx of that activity coming up. And we're also getting other, cougars and jaguars coming up from South America into North America. So the possibility of that traveling, very good possibility. Very, very good possibility. I think, yeah, he's not on. I got to get him groomed. He's a little nasty looking. I got my grooming kit has mysteriously vanished like a fart in the wind. So I've got to. My hair clippers don't work on him as good as they used to. Otherwise, I just use my hair clippers. But you know, he's down there on his pillow. Oh gosh. Oh, Allie. Ooh, that sucks. Ow. Yeah, I thought I heard of that. You know, I was at Fort Riley, Kansas, so the Manhattan or the Manhattan area of Kansas. I visited that quite often. So seeing that out there with the high strangeness I've seen along the fishing the ponds along the tank trails at night by myself does not surprise me. Or someone that usually is in channeling info about cryptids and got some details on a couple of man bat like. No kidding. That somehow two of them, male and female, were on the. No, wow. Oh, that is. Oh, not a problem, Allie. Good to see you in here. Wow, that is very, very interesting. Very interesting walking. And it got a bit out of control in there. Whenever things regarding those matters get out of control, they call the tier 3. Yeah, like they are being one of the last countermeasures for cryptids. I've heard a lot about that. Yeah, that group. I don't know if they exist. I'm not saying entertainment purposes only. I've heard stories about it, the possibility of that team existing. I am not suicidal, and I do not wish to quit doing this stuff. And I do not have plans of going on a walkabout and never returning. It's just been a few years ago when they moved. Yeah, but I mean, I knew from my experiences at Fort Riley, man. There's a lot of weird things happen out there. Oops, it jumped. I just moved from Texas to Illinois, supposedly a town a few hours drive from where we live called Peoria. Yeah, it is bad with big. Yes, it is. I've heard a lot of stuff coming out of there, Apex. Absolutely. Yes. Alex has had a lot of sightings. Oh, wow. But don't know how accurate that would be. By the way, you know how it's. Yeah, that type of info. Yeah, that's what my book is basically kind of my new one that I started. But it's more along the lines of what we did in the military. Just I changed it up a little. But yeah, there's Black Op off the book groups. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But yeah, I can see that definitely. I started putting the bipedal and that facility together with the thick and the forced of the. Yeah, I mean, I have been fishing the ponds of the tank trails of Fort Riley, Kansas, which is not far from Manhattan. It's right outside Junction City. We call it JC, Junction City, Kansas. And I can tell you, that's, I always tell you, there's only been a few times I've been ran out of the woods. That's one of the times. Whatever was out there in the middle of the night when I was there by myself, I never went back. The 15th, after my birthday, I seemed to drop out after 8 p.m. and woke up the next day at 8:25. I have no memory of the night other than getting up, turning out light till next morning waking. Ooh. Did you have one or two of them adult Kool-Aids? Lost about 11 hours. I'd say I tried to access it and I couldn't get any connection. Could be. That is possible. That's all I need to start a new nightlife hobby. Yeah, no kidding, man. Yeah. No kidding. Another interesting one I heard from someone back when they were doing ops near Guatemala, and I, yeah, similar to Barry, yeah, still maybe the Tom Cruise, yeah. They were using cryptid assets. Now I've heard a lot of stories of them. Hey, Carl, I've heard a lot of stories about them using cryptids. I don't know. I don't put it past them. I honestly don't put it past them. We do all kinds of interesting things. Um, Now, I know there's stories of them using them in Vietnam to as tunnel rats. Y'all, them tunnels are tiny. That's why the smallest person in the unit was a tunnel rat. I don't see. I can't see a like a dog man or a werewolf going in being a tunnel rat. A werewolf possibly if it was in human shape going through the tunnels until it got in the big rooms and then transformed and took them out. That part I can see. As far as Dogman itself, man, tunnels are too small for that. But I just don't know. I don't have a whole lot on that. To clear gorillas from tunnels and jungles, yeah, I mean that kind of goes along with what I was talking about with Vietnam. Jungle parts I can absolutely see. Tunnels, usually them rat tunnels are so small, man. That's like I said. That's why the smallest man in units is the tunnel rat. Me neither, man. This topics are new to me, and this whole info needs to be taken with a grain of salt. Absolutely, Walken. Yeah. Um, Honestly, though, if it was a type of werewolf or dogman, I'd be like I said before, more along the lines with the werewolf, just because they can transform. Oh no! Oh, Tanya, no! I hate hearing that. I remember I've had that happen before. That sucks. That one too, used in Vietnam. Nick Sylvester mentioned them. Used that one, and with the legal immigrants on the southern border. Yeah, I mean the tunnels are going to have to be big. They really going to have to be big in order to put a cryptid through there. They just really have to. Now, I mean, a werewolf ain't a cryptid. A werewolf is supernatural. Dark magic is used to create werewolves. But as far as cryptids in general, yeah, I can't see it. Unless that tunnel's huge, I can't see a cryptid do it. Now, there is some. Now, don't get me wrong. There is some drug tunnels that are big enough that they use old coal mining carts to push product under the border. Those, absolutely, yes. Those they could. But anything like what they used in Vietnam, nah. Have you seen the Shapeshifter episode from the Netflix series Love, Death, and Robots? The one episode takes a glimpse at the possibility. No, I have not. I haven't been watching. I don't watch a whole lot of TV anymore. Here, I mean, I did get on a Japanime. Take it easy, Tanya. Good luck. Remember to shut the power off, or you're going to messing with that. Um, I've been, doing some catch up on some Japanimations, but it's kind of nice. I did watch a little bit of TV this week when I was laying in the hotel room trying to cool off from the heat. But I was like RoboCop, the original RoboCop, stuff like that. A few good men, and usually I fell asleep because I was hot. Like the actual how and specific details, those are the ones that would be missing. Yeah, I can see that. Which one? You talking about Dog Soldier? Oops. The chat jumped on me. That one is specific on military assets that are able to turn into wolfmen. Quite interesting. Elaborates more on the. Yeah, I mean that. Yeah. So I mean, so reports I've heard on that is werewolves are easier to control than dogmen because dogmen still have the beast mentality to them because they're natural. Where a werewolf is supernatural. It's dark magic is used to create werewolves, so they're easier to control. Not saying that they can be controlled; they're just easier to control. Has anybody seen the episode of Scary Encounters where they show an army helicopter lifting a Bigfoot up out of the woods? No, I have not. Now I've seen them do it from Mount St. Helen. I've seen those videos, but I've not. I don't even know the I don't even know what Scary Encounters is. Yeah, yeah, dude. Usually I camp in my pop up camper or tent. I am so glad I got a hotel room this year because that heat was brutal. Oh, it's called Dogman. Oh yeah, I think I remember seeing. Yeah, I need to check that out. I think I remember. Yeah, yeah, I remember seeing something on that. Oh, interesting detail. Dogman being more of an animal instead of a usable. Yep, yep. That would be that makes a lot of sense because dogmen are just like Bigfoot. They're known as the elder big brothers, first beings. They were on this planet before humans, and that's according to Native American folklore. Um, in which there's stories all over the world throughout history of villages of these dog-headed people that make war, prefer not to, but will make war. And when they do, they are extremely effective. So when you look at that aspect and the fact that they're animalistic, I can see that being going. I can see that. Not a problem, Tony. You just be careful, sweetheart. Um, I don't know. I've heard of that show Apex, but I don't think I've ever watched it. Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff out there. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. No, I still love my camping, but I ain't gonna lie to you. We got just enough rain damn near every single day that when the sun comes out, it felt like I was in a rice cooker. And I'm too damn fluffy to be in a rice cooker. My fluffiness sizzles. But I prefer camping in a pop up camper or a tent over anything. Although I admit, the longer in the tooth I get, the more I start looking at RVs going, this might be a valuable option. Yeah. But it was steamy this week. So I was kind of thankful I had the hotel room instead of my original plans, which is take my pop up camper down. Especially in some of the areas that I like to camp at. Let's just say I get a split second more warning in an RV than I do a tent. Yeah, I'm definitely looking, going, I think I want an RV. I'm just getting so long in the tooth now. It's starting to sound more fun. Of course, I need a toy hauler so I can haul my bike around. Go on a camping trip with me when it cools off. Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, God, I ain't been to Louisiana. I need to go down to Louisiana. Someone should bottle and sell what Carl's got calls it lure de cougar. Lure de cougar. Yeah. Yeah. I love spring and fall camping. Absolutely, Justin. I love that. I had the AC turned down to 60 degrees, man. I was like, ha, 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 ha. It was great. I had a bunch of blankets, thought that would work. Turns out, in the earliest hours of the morning, I was freezing my ass off, ended up sleeping on the car or in the car, and was still shaking. Oh, wow. You got a 32-foot camper you pull with? It has a heat and AC. Hell yeah. Yeah, yeah. Man, I keep punching it, and financially, I can't afford it right now. But if I do it, I got to have a toy hauler, man, because I need to haul my bike. I got to have my bike. I need a toy hauler. As far as my John boat goes, I'm still strong enough. I can lift that thing. I can just, back that toy hauler up close to the water and pull my boat out onto there. But yeah, I need to haul my boat or my bike. I did. I had that AC turned down to 60 degrees, and I was still hot. Oh no. Well, I mean, I'm glad you got one though. Hey, you take it easy, Apex. Good seeing you in here. But well, I ain't gonna lie. There's other purposes to wanting an RV. So I can keep my computer stuff and my electronics in the RV. Hey, Jeff. And so I can set up, my wireless cams, so I can stick them in the woods. And if I got the RV, then I can keep the iPad in the RV running 24-hour surveillance. And on top of that, with all my other equipment too. So I'm not going to sit there and tell you that, there ain't a side hustle to having an RV. Just like I want a pontoon for a couple reasons, not only just to have fun, but hey, I can hook up cameras to it and all that other stuff, be it the safety of the water, doing a pre-investigation of an area by the safety of the water through the cameras, a few things here and there. I took some of my investigative equipment with me in case I went out and ended up doing a paranormal deal instead. Very good success too. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. So, I mean, I can't sit there to deny that I'm not going to sit there and use that stuff on investigations too, because I mean, I ain't going to use it just for camping. I'll be like, okay, man, I can set this up in here, and I can have this here and here, and I can do this, and I can do that, and man, that's going to give me this, and then I ain't going to sit here and tell you that I haven't thought about, man, I wish I had me a striker. You imagine going into some of these areas with an Up Armor striker and seeing if Bigfoot and Dog Man and all that can get into this bad boy? Have surveillance cameras all around it, computer screens on the inside, being able to monitor stuff as you're driving from the safety of a tank. Wishful thinking though. Oh gosh. Or so. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think about this stuff all the time. I've thought about getting a Sprinter van. Like, how can I up armor a Sprinter van where it doesn't take away from the gas mileage that I could turn into a mobile investigative unit? Yeah, Jeff, I can see that. It's just the thing. I've done that too, and I've been blessed that nothing's happened. But I keep thinking that's a wrapped up burrito for Bigfoot. Easy access, or Dogman, or Werewolf, or Big W, or SW. But yeah, I mean, I've hammock camped for years, loved it. Besides the skeeters, that's why the skeeter nets come in handy. But I love it. But the more I think about it, it's like, that is really easy access for them to go, hey, look at this burrito and hanging in a tree. Who could be the master of all of the beasts that are referred to as cryptids? Wow. Honestly, Walken, I've never considered that. That is A very good question, actually. Uh, man. I'd have to go Giants. That's if he ain't number one, he's up there. The Giant would be up there. Oh, yeah, I know. I have too. That's why I can tell you that Table Rock Lake around Sheldon, Missouri, because I've done a lot of hammock camping around there. Interesting things walk around at night in that area. Carl. That's what I'm saying. But the camp released off a split second more of a warning. Yeah, I get that. I get that. And I'm too damn fluffy to get in one of them little skinny ass one man tents I used to sleep in too. Like when I was known to, if I didn't have a tarp over my bike, I would have one of them one man tents, them long things, kind of like I think I call them bicyclist tents or something like that. I slept in those for years too, but I'm too damn fluffy getting that thing and turn around anymore. Absolutely, Joanne. Is that what you call Bigfoot burrito? Yeah, exactly, Walking. What am I understanding is you being the burrito on a sleep bag. Yeah, is that correct? Oh, yeah. Or, nope, yep, you are a Bigfoot burrito in a hammock. So I've literally seen. Now, when I was in the Marines, I was stationed in Canyon Bay, Hawaii, and we were on the Big Island, which is actually called Hawaii. That's also known as the Big Island, up here in PTA Pakalua Training Area. And I warned this boot not to put food in his sleeping bag because the hogs would carry him off. And he didn't listen. And I woke up one night to him screaming because he was being drug over lava rock because a boar had gotten hold of his. Hey, Ryan, it was good to see you, brother. How you been, bro? So the hog had grabbed his sleeping bag because he had food in it and was dragging him across the lava rock because he didn't listen. Oh God, yeah, I can see that. I've got one that literally wraps up around you. It's a 2-man hammock. I use it to wrap up. Oh crap, wrap up around me to keep skeeters off of me. Oh man, I've been tangled up in that thing too. Go to Brown County here in Indiana quite a bit with the horses. Eminence, Missouri on the horse 2 camp. Heck yeah, Vicky. Pretty much, man. Pretty much. I get you, bro. I get you. I've been gone all week, so I've not had my phone on me a whole lot. But I've been gone forever. I mean, my dad's in the hospital. He is doing better. They've almost got enough fluid off of him, and they're going to look at it, possibly sending him to rehab today. Man, I've done a lot of winter camping. Yeah, that's an interesting type of camping right there. Yeah, I've done winter camping before. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Yeah, he's had me worried for a week because I couldn't get a hold of him and nobody's been calling me. And then finally, one of my brothers called me yesterday. Hey, you heard update on Dad? I was like, no, I've been trying to get a hold of him and I haven't heard from anybody else. So, but no, he's doing good. So hopefully this works out. He'll get down in that rehab center and they've taken 29 liters of fluid off of him already. But he's got congestive heart failure and a bunch of other stuff going on right now. Bigfoot Gyro won't say what the special white sauce. I can see you getting tangled up in that, Jeff. I can see that happening. it would be really interesting, shocking, and who knows what else to be allowed into all of what is being kept and see. Oh man, walking absolutely, absolutely. The big enchilada researched by the Bigfoot burritos. Heck yeah. Now that brother of mine that I found out does paranormal investigations up around Kansas City area, I'm going to be getting with him. Hopefully, I can have him on my show next Sunday. But I want to get with him and go up and do some investigating up there too. Swing. No cryptid would eat me. I'm too skinny. I would give them the runs. They try to eat me. I give them diabetes. I think a rather large Bigfoot would see those roll tents in a pocket to them, and I'd be terrified to sleep. Oh yeah. That's happened to me once, Jeff. Now, I'm not going to admit or deny there may have been some adult Kool-Aid involved with such tangling within a hammock, but it has happened. Yeah, Vicky, I give him heartburn. Yeah. Oh, Kevin, when you hear a dairy farmer, everything is utter madness. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to hold it in. Man, but no, I mean, that's the thing is, oh, I forgot to take the gas can off back of my truck and shut my tailgate. I got to remember to do that because I know I will not remember it in the morning. He did have me cool it. Are you sure, Jeff? Are you sure? Oh man, yeah, it's no, it's I've got, like I said, I plan on retiring here in 9 years at 55. Um, not saying it's going to happen. It'd be nice. By then I'm hoping that this is running good. My books are running good and I can start getting out and traveling and doing more investigations all over. True. They be tripping. Oh, crap. Stupid mouse. Oh, man. Dude, like, that human I just ate, man, like, wow. I think something was wrong with that human, man. Like, hey, man, like, yeah, I know, man. Like, that thing's really got me jacked up, too, man. Like, wow, dude. I can see that happen. No fun. Oh, gosh. Yeah, it's yeah, I do too. I just cannot partake until I retire or the federal laws change. I value my retirement over hippie calories any day. Roxanne partakes in hippie calories, don't you, Roxanne? Don't you? No, man. That's funny. You guys, so you remember the Steve Lilly? Oh, my gosh, it is. Thank you, Roxanne. Let's do Dark Angel Medical. We haven't done a Dark Angel Medical in a while. Damn, mine glitched on my end. If you looking for the best trauma kits on the market, look no further than Dark Angel Medical. They are absolutely the very best. You pay for what you get. They cost a little bit of money, I'll give you that. But you can do what I do and use Sezzle to buy them. About 4 payments, things paid off, and it's all yours. Means you get it while you're paying it off. Dark Angel Medical is on the high end, but I can tell you, there is no better trauma or first aid kit out there than Dark Angel Medical. Use Crypto20 for 20% off. If you have FSA or HSA, you can use that to buy your Dark Angel Medical kits. I carry 2 of them. In fact, I had my headrest one out during our rally this week, so we had one close by. And I have one on my field pack too. If you want some good first aid tips and videos to use, go to Dark Angel Medical on YouTube. Dark Angel Medical 15115. Or go to Instagram to Dark Angel Medical. Carrie Pocket Doc Davis puts the absolute best first aid and trauma videos out there. I highly, highly recommend watching his videos. He is the grandfather of the Kit for Life. If you use it to save a life, he will replace what you use for absolutely free. His medications also have a 2-year shelf life that you can trade them in on. So go give Carrie Pocket Doc Davis some love and get you some Dark Angel Medical. It's legal here too, but I hold a CDL, so therefore I'm under federal law. Carl. Heck yeah. Hey, take it easy. Watkins, good to see you. Do you take a walkabout to the back of his garage sometimes there, Roxanne? Oh, heck yeah. I'm down like Docs would say. I'm down like 2 or 4 flat tires. No surgery. I'm going to make me some broccoli infused butter so I can. Heck yeah. I can tell you now, when I retire, yes, sir. You couldn't turn the breaker off? What? Tanya, do I need to come over there? Oh, man. But sorry, kiddo. I don't want a house fire. Doctor's orders. Oh. I can still see you doing a walkabout, going out there and maybe flipping a thing or two.
Is it done?
Yeah. Can you get me some water? I forgot to top off for it. Well, get out from under her feet, you Bucky. Oh, man. Boar, settle down.
Gosh, the white rooster chased me and tried to attack me every time I turned my back to it. And he tried to get me, and I tried to put him away, and I smacked him hard with a stick, and he just kind of went and just kind of stared at me. And I was like, yeah.
You got attacked by the rooster?
I told him, I smacked chicken and dumplings.
Heck yeah.
Kind of stuck around.
Yeah, I like good chicken and dumplings. Sorry, guys, my daughter came in. Oh, you got 2 years and 1 month? Nah, you lucky. I got 5 years. Heck yeah. I was like, I'll go up there. It ain't hard to fix one of those. I've had one fall down and hanging by one wire. And I was like, uh-oh. Space cadet. So, so back to what I was thinking before. So the story, the Steve Lilly stories where he's hunting in Bigfoot in that marijuana field. I believe they do partake in that. Thank you. I know I am. I'm long in the tooth, though. I'm older than I look. I do believe they do partake in the broccoli. And I believe they like becoming an astronaut as well. So I can see it happening. I can really see it happening. And it makes sense. I mean, it's an herb. Hey, Yessie, the chat says hi.
Did you notice I shaved my eyebrows?
No.
I thinned them.
Oh, you did. The chat says hi.
Hi.
Oh, God bless America. Jeez. Hey, we're not talking to you. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay, buddy, I love you and I've missed you too, but I'm trying to do something. Hi. It's been like that ever since I got home. Yeah, journal number 11. I believe they do. I mean, so broccoli is an herb. It's got a lot of medical properties to it. So I firmly believe that they partake in the broccoli.
Also, I called Grandpa coming back, and he's good. They're moving him to the place at 6.
At 6 tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, my daughter came back in. That's probably the reason why you can speak Ghibli, is because your chomper monsters went, I'm going on strike, and went flying out. And I can see you chasing it, and it's sitting there running across the floor. But I think they do. I really think they do partake in that type of stuff. So I never thought about it, but with the pure Coca-Cola that is grown in South America, I believe they probably partake in that because that's a natural medicine too. I mean, it was put in Coca-Cola as an aspirin. It is a natural pain reliever. So I don't know. I've never looked up the reports on that, but I would say that is even in South America with the Coca-Cola, they probably use that as well. Heck yeah. Oops. Heck yeah. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I'd like to see your guys' opinion on that. I mean, that's my that's my opinions on it. I firmly believe they do. They use natural plants, and those are natural plants. Now, I mean natural, not humanly messed with, but natural. So, I mean, look what broccoli does for me. I mean, I got restless brain syndrome. I have a hard time sleeping. It helps me sleep. I live with pain every single day, damn near 24/7 hours a day. It takes care of that pain. The only side effects of broccoli is I get hungry. Really, that's my only side effect. And I usually crave a chicken bacon ranch pizza like crazy. Which, funny enough, I was partaking of some broccoli one day when I discovered chicken bacon ranch pizza from Casey's, and that's pretty much all I eat anymore. Absolutely, Vicky, there is. In fact, I may have one. Watch out. Come on, I don't want to run over your paws there, dodo head. Right there. That's one of like 3 or 4 that I got. Ain't it? I've got like 3 or 4 books like that. Oh, that's funny. I don't know, man. That's just my opinion on it. I mean, that's what our ancestors did. I'm going to get the new list of books that's out. I know there's some new ones I need to look at getting them myself. Absolutely. Yes, Justin. Absolutely. You know, he's from my area, Vicky. He lives around us. Gracias.
Mhm.
My daughter's treating me good. Some good ice cream. Yep. Yeah, the Coca-Cola plant has got a lot of medical properties to it before it's been altered. I agree. I agree. I do like watching him, though. I absolutely agree. Which one you talking about, Vicky? My daughter brought me a treat. So, but yeah, there's a whole bunch of lists of them new books coming out that I want to get my hands on too when I get rich and famous. Oh yeah, yeah. The Oat has some good stuff too. I forgot. That's why I was like, who? I can't remember. I was talking about a couple different things. We were talking about Josh Gates and the Coca-Cola plant for altitude sickness. Yeah, I know it's sad. And every state that legalized broccoli is making a hell of a good profit. But I can't say what I want to say on YouTube. So I got my reasons for thinking why Indiana won't do it. Oh, yeah, Stoner Gump. Sorry. Stoner Gump lives around my area. Closer to DA. And he goes to a lot of bike events. Yep. Yep. Yeah, Indiana's full of a lot of other type of asses too, but like I said, can't talk about that on YouTube. Oh, today I'm off of my restrictions. Oh, I just thought about that. My YouTube probation is over today. It is fun, Kevin. Oh, he is, Vicky. Absolutely. Oh, it is. Yeah. There's a reason why it's used on a Vision Quest. We'll leave it at that, Kevin. No kidding. Oh, that'd be funny. That would be funny. I could do the cottage cheese, but without the tomato. A little bit of pepper on that bad boy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, whenever I ain't being held, I'm a different person than I am when I'm on YouTube. I gotta be a good boy on YouTube. Yep. Both of you, Roxanne and Kevin. Yep. Absolutely. You definitely see things outside of the norm. So, oh yeah, I'm not funded enough to do it, but I've been trying to figure out how to do a a camping trip for everybody. I have to be on YouTube. If I don't, we get what happened, and I'll get on put on YouTube probation. Did you guys see the size of that chicken? I love that movie. Mm. Mm. Mm-mm. Ooh, that was a good little snack. Sorry, guys, I couldn't let that one set aside because that was ice cream. But I have been thinking about it. Trying to get a place down along Table Rock Lake and just do a weekend camp out with all the cryptid activity and paranormal activity around there. I think it'd be fun. Um, I know financially I can't afford to do it, so it'd be basically, hey Don, how's it going? Um, basically, be whoever wants to come will have to. I mean, I can get the area set up, get the date set up, and then people can make the reservations. But I have been kicking that around. I think it'd be fun just to, sit around in the camping area, having good times, sharing stories, and Roxanne. Yeah. Um, and oh, it'd be fun. I think it would. I don't know what you guys think, but yeah. Vicky. You gotta get the raspberry preserve and the clippers out. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I've kicked that around. There's some beautiful camping out here. Really good camping, and a lot of these beautiful camping areas has Bigfoot activity, and dogman activity, and paranormal activity, and some other kinds of activity. And of course, you always got the Great North American Meth Head too. Yeah, Vicky. Yeah, Kevin, I think it'd be fun. I've been kind of for past 6 months trying to figure it out logistically how to do something like that. But I do think it'd be fun. Um, yeah, it is absolutely, Roxanne. I love it. I really do. I think it'd be fun, man. Just have a camp out, man. Just shoot the shit and see what happens out there too. You know, it would be. I think it'd be fun. No, I just don't know who ought to be interested in something like that. So I mean, I would have to do a lot of preparation. Oh, I got a funeral next Friday. I forgot about that. I'll look at some areas. Kind of throw it out there, plan something for next fall or something. Uh, Shit, I forgot about that. And I had a lodge brother pass away a few days ago. I just remembered, and I gotta go to his funeral Friday. Um, Kind of felt bad too because he wanted one of my books to borrow so he can have something to read while he was in the hospital. So I just gave him one. I had some here at the house. I just signed it and gave it to him. Made his day. And then I tried calling him, and nurses wouldn't let him talk. And next thing you know, he was gone a couple days later. So I mean, I'm glad I was able to bring some joy in his last few days, but still feel bad because I couldn't talk to him. I get it, Don. That's kind of where I'm too. That's why I'm like, well, if I do this, I'm gonna have to plan it for like next fall so I can have some time to save up and get things set up. But it'll probably be around the Table Rock Lake area if I do. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know how to do anything like that. But I mean, if you guys really want to do it, I'll get to work on the logistics of it. I mean, you got several spots. Let me pull this up here. Actually, I need to pull a couple things up real quick. For some reason, I thought you was in like Illinois, Don. Yeah, I know he has, and but I haven't heard much on it. So I was like, I'll just nip it in the butt and put it together too. Uh, Internet. I've mentioned it to him. Waiting on this thing to load up, and it's glitching out this other deal at the same time. Okay, so let me zoom out. Find my sports. If this will hurry up and load. Texas. I don't want no Texas. There we go. That's where I want to be. There we go. That's where I want to be. Oops. Okay. So let me do a screen share here. My neighbor stopped by for some Kool-Aid. That's funny. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, Carl. So this is Table Rock Lake. Huge, huge area. Very huge area. Very, very big lake. You might recognize this town here from DA's book. You may recognize these locations from DA's books. But you can see here's Joe Bald. There's Joe Bald. If I can get the money, Roxanne, yeah. All right, let me find. Here's where I was this week. This is where I was this week. Okay, I gotta get my. There it is. This is where I love to camp, Shell Knob. That's my favorite place to camp. Sadly, Big Bay is shut down, but Shell Knob is where I like to camp. And Big Bay. Why am I not seeing it? Well, I know they closed it, but I should still be able to see it. Interesting. Give me 1 second, guys. It's not popping it up for some reason. Should have. Am I not going over far enough? There's Campbell Point. Here's Big Creek Resort. Big Bay. Don't look just right though. That don't look right. Oh, I guess it was. It just didn't look right. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, never mind. I see it now. My bad. My bad. He named the black dog Remy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let me know how much it is, and I'll get you back. Get caught up. The chickens are attacking my youngest daughter. She's like, I'm gonna make dumplings out of you. I was like, yep, that's my daughter. So this is Big Bay. This is where I've camped for years and years and years and years. Mainly right here in this cove. My camp spot generally was this one right here. Okay, now you can see it's so growed up now because they don't let it in camping in anymore. But I used to park my boat right here, and I was camping here. Done it for years. I've camped all along this part here. Couple back on this end, but mainly this spot here. And I can tell you, firsthand experience, a lot of activity has happened in this area in the many years that I spent camping here. In fact, this spot here, I used to take and hold a rock when I was practicing my water breath or my holding my breath, and I would literally walk on the bottom of this cove to the other side and have to come up from time to time to get air, and then I'd dive back down and grab my rock and continue walking. And I did that until I could make it all the way to this shore here. And then I did it where I can go from this side back to this side. But this is that cove I used to camp at in Big Bay all the time. And there used to be crap tons of activity all in this area when I camped down in there. But this is Big Bay Campground. And this was my favorite place. Right over here is the boat ramp that you drop the boats off. This part is still open. You can still access this part right here. Right here is the pavilion area, so you can still have access to the water and stuff here, which is interesting because if you come here, there's the gate. They don't let you in no more. So you can still do everything over here on this side, but if you come here, it's gated off, and you cannot camp in this area no more. But the pavilion and the boat ramp is still open. Good night, Kevin. Good to see you in here, buddy. So, but this is what we're talking about. This whole area, very, very squatchy. So, there's other camping grounds around that area that you can do. Let me zoom out here a little bit. So you can come down here to Campbell Point and camp out. That is one spot. It's not too bad. Campbell Point's got a lot of modern hookups, if I remember right. My computer's being slow and not loading up. But there's like a bunch of RV parking all through here. It's got lake access, boat docks. So that's one spot that I'm thinking of because it's close to Big Bay. I mean, it's just right down the road. You know, well, I mean, by the water, you're going to spend about 30 minutes coming up to it. You can take the road in up to this point, but then it gets closed off. You can't access it no more because of the gate. So, I mean, that's one idea I've been thinking of. The other one is you can come up here. Party Cove. That brings back some memories. So you can actually come here to Mill Creek and camp out, which is right across from Joe Bald. There's Joe Bald. So I don't know. I've kicked a few things around. And there's your boat ramp. Then you got, I mean, there's a bunch of options down here. You got Baxter Marina. I mean, you got a lot of stuff in here. Hey, Party Cove. Sorry, man. That just brings back some really good memories from my childhood. There's a lot of activities here. So if you guys are wanting to do it, I mean, I've got some options we can do. I'll probably look at Camp Bell. But around here, there's also hotels and other stuff. I mean, you got different options in case you don't want a tent or RV. So, and it's not far from a very squatchy area there. Oops. There. But you also got Indian Point. So, Moonshine Beach. Fun place to go swimming for a city slicker. So, I don't know, guys. If that's what you want to do, I'll link something up. Combs Ferry. Yeah, you got. Zeroed on quick earlier. That's the one I was talking about. That's right across from Joe Bold. And there's Indian Point. That's literally where I was this week, right here. And it's right there. I lost it. There's Mill Creek. Mill Creek's got some activity in it. But yeah, Combs Ferry. Right across the lake from Moonshine Beach. So, nope, never mind. Combs Ferry permanently closed. I forgot about that. I don't know what I was thinking on that. So you can actually do Indian Point here. And then Combs Ferry is literally right here. Yeah, right, Don. Actually, it would be a closer spot to Combs Ferry. Bar M Resort and Campground. Let's see here. There you go. That might be the quickest way if we don't have yeah, Moon Valley. Yeah, Moon Valley's up by me. So that one's open. That's just down the road, a bit of a drive to Combs Ferry. That's kind of where I'm at too, Justin. That's why I was like, if I want to do it, I'm going to have to plan it for live low over a year out and save. Moon Valley is known for the Dallas County Cannibals. And it's no longer a camping spot. Moon Valley ain't very far from me. So, yeah, I mean, there's several beautiful places to go that's got activity. I mean, I can just look around and see what we got and what would be best. Really, without a boat, you're going to do a lot of driving to some of these locations that's closed down. It's got a lot of activity. I can look at Map Squatch real quick and see if there's any open campgrounds that is close to one of these. Come on, baby, load up for me. Damn, there's a lot of UFO activity down around there, too. Shellknob's got pretty good hits. Yeah, absolutely, Roxanne. So, yeah, I'll look into it, see what it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Combs Ferry is closed down permanently. So is Big Bay. So is Joe Bald. There's another one too that's closed down recently. I can't remember which one it is. This old Highway 86 campground, it seems like it might be a better place. It's kind of more centralized. That is true. Absolutely could, Bobby. Absolutely. Bend Springs ain't bad either. But I can tell you now, if I'm doing a camp out, Moon Valley's not a place I want to take people. And just because everything involved on that, I couldn't in good conscience do that to people, especially with what I know and what I've been told. You definitely don't want to be up there looking around. Which one's the one with the cat people, Don? I don't know. Holy crap, it's been an hour and 56 minutes already. Wow. But yeah, it's something like Moon Valley is, yeah, I couldn't do that. That'd be more of an individual deal. Too way too dangerous. Way too dangerous. I won't even go there by myself. Yeah, there's just, in all honesty, most of your places around Table Rock Lake, you're going to run into activity. Yeah, I can't either. I think I heard what you're talking about. I just can't remember it, Don. I'm the same way. So, damn, I had so much fun being back on with you guys. I lost track of time. Beans, we're getting close to that 2 hour mark. Has anybody else got any more questions about cryptids, paranormal, supernatural you want me to hit before we give her a closeout for the day? Yeah, I can't remember. I know what Don's talking about. I can't remember it, though. I remember hearing about it. I was thought that would... No, that is around Arkansas border. So, nope. Not the Moon Valley, I wouldn't. I have to be very careful what I talk about on here when it comes to that place. That's a very dangerous place. Very, very dangerous place. So, all righty then. Well, everybody, thank you for being here. I had a fun week off, but it truly is great being here with you guys again, back on there doing it, listening to you guys. It's been a lot of fun. I should have that paranormal. It wasn't an investigation. It literally was a basically like we're sitting around a campfire having a good time that led into some very interesting stuff. Yeah, Don. Okay, Roxanne. Yeah, we'll look into that. So if everything goes right, depending on how this digital recorder is going the way it's going now, I'm probably just going to cut my losses on it. There's just too much going on. If that's the case, then all I got left to do is finish stitching the videos together, and I'll have it out earlier. But hopefully by the end of the week, I'll have that video done and out. Thank you, Manisha. It was great having you in here. I always read this at the end. There comes a time when the warrior falls. They leave this realm and be missed out by all. Raise a glass and keep them in your heart. They have kept this realm safe and performed their part. Look to your veterans, your active duty, your EMTs, and the blue line. What they do or have done was walk that fine line. When the demon comes calling on your soul, they will be there to save us all. Hold them in your prayers, for they are deserving. They all have served or are serving. To all my new subscribers, all my OGs, thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. I truly am tickled to be back here with you guys again. I had a lot of fun, and I've missed you guys greatly. So we'll have something figured out. Hopefully, I can have my brother on with me next week, and we'll do talk about some paranormal investigations he's been on and I've been on. So that is what I'm looking at next week. So until then, hey, David, y'all, peace, love, and blessings to you all. And I'll see you soon. Bye.